Hello everybody, Ghost Chin 3 here. Hope everyone's having good holidays. Hey, today I have a video on these Derringers, and these are by Cobra, and of course a North American arms one, which I'm going to talk about. I have a video of me shooting these, but what I want to do is get a close-up and show you guys this, especially because a lot of people, it seems that they don't know too much about these little Derringers, and they can be unsafe. Safe if you know what you're doing. So let's get to it. I'm going to show you, these two have everything's unloaded. I always unload everything for my videos, but this one's a 38, by the way, and it's made by Cobra out of Utah, and they look like rubber, but they're like a plastic. And this one's got a bit of a kick to shoot, not too much fun. So it shoots a 38 caliber, and I mean it's handleable, but it's not as fun, and you know, they're not as accurate. This is a 22. This is fun to shoot. This one's really fun. These triggers here, and I'm going to give you my opinion. I've done a lot of research for you guys and myself as well. The triggers on these got to be harder than any weapon I own or any of my friends. I believe the reason for that's for safety reasons, but if I had a tool to measure the trigger pull here, the pounds, I'm telling you, it's got to be above 15. I know that sounds crazy, but they're really hard, and a lot of times you'll see people flinching because it's so hard to push once you're back here ready to do your single action, and it's so damn hard. It's unreal. I mean, it's just the way they're made, but I believe there's a reason for that. I believe it's for so you won't have an AD, an actual discharge, in your pocket or holding it. If it was lighter, you know, it depends. But I'm going to show you something on these guns, as you can see it right here. And they're both exactly the same. So let's get to the safeties first, because I've been noticing even on other videos, people just don't know. I have a friend whose father almost shot himself dropping one of these, and it hit the hammer on the floor, and it shot, and it missed him. Barely. And he didn't know. A lot of people either don't read directions or don't have directions. And so let's get to that. So if you're going to deal with these kind of Cobra, there's another company that makes similar. I noticed the differences are they don't have the safety. This has a safety, and I'm going to demonstrate. These two are exactly the same, except one's a 22, which is the chrome one, 22 long rifle, and this one's a 38 special. So you can see the difference in the barrels. All right, so both being the same, and I'll do it quickly on both. As you can see right here, it says push to fire. Awesome. As you can see right here, it says push for safe. Might be a little hard to read because it's black, but it's right here. Now, you see the hammer right here. If I had 2 rounds in here, this hammer is actually laying on, for the 38 caliber, it's going to be center fire right here. For the 22 is going to be rim fire. So it's basically, the hammer's laying on top of it. So of course you're going to drop it, it can fire. But some people are carrying them like these. They don't know any better. This is the way. There's 3 positions. This is one. See that? I just pulled it halfway. I know it seems like everyone thinks, no way, it's going to fire there. It's not going to fire. I'm pulling the trigger. It will not fire even if I have rounds in there. So right now, I have the button pushed where it's safe to fire. And it won't fire because it's a half cock. This is how you want to carry it, and you activate it. So you push your safe, push in. This is an idiot button, I call it. Anyone can understand this. So right now that you just pushed it in, it's just, you can see right here the transfer bar. Hopefully you guys can see it. And go right back to fire. It will not fire. But this is how the safety works. When the hammer's down completely, which I'll demonstrate, like this, your safety, you can't activate the safety. There's a reason for that, because this is how you're going to carry it. So that's for fire. This is for fire, pushed in to the, and this is right here, and it'll tell you push in for safe. All right, so now let's say you want to fire the weapon, the Derringer. You pull it all the way back. Now, right now, it will not fire as I'm pulling the trigger. It will not. It's activated in safety mode right here, as you can see. So would you carry like this? No, you wouldn't. I mean, this right here would be just red flags. You don't even want to carry it like that. And but just like if you got your target, and I'm talking close target, then obviously you can push this right here. Now you're ready to fire, and this baby's gonna fire, and bam. Now let's go over that again. Position 1 is here, which obviously you just fired. That's how you're going to get position 1. That's your carry position. This is how you're going to carry it. You're going to carry it on safe. And to fire, while it's in safe mode, you can pull the hammer back, and that's when you're going to fire. So that's how that works, folks. Now, I'm going to do it the same with the 22 LR. Right now it's in safe mode. Same thing, but it's in 22 LR. Now I just put it in fire mode. It's not going to fire because it's right in the middle. Now it will right here. So this is a position it would be in after you fired the gun. If you have 2 rounds in here, it's the same thing. Push to be safe. Remember, these are the Cobra models. I can't say every Cobra model, but other companies make them similar, but I know some don't have this. Right now it's in the fire mode. So this is your position 1. This is your position 2. This is your carry position right here, where you just activated this safe. I'll show you guys inside. See that? So now you're in safe mode. It will not fire. I don't care if you have rounds in it. And then your third trigger position, or hammer position, I'm sorry. And right now it's in safe mode. I can pull this trigger, and I'm sorry. See that? Let me show you something. Push to be safe, right? I'm gonna pull the trigger, or hammer, pull the trigger. Now notice that didn't go all the way down because it's still in safe. But you want to fire. Push the fire, and then you're down all the way. So the way you're going to carry it, half cocked, and you're going to push in the safe mode right here, it will not fire. It's totally safe in your pocket or holster, however you're going to carry it. Now, now that you guys understand this, this is the way you carry them. So if you have any friends, tell them about this, because I'm telling you that one buddy of mine, his dad almost blew his leg off or nuts or whatever. Alright, so now let's open this up. So this is the lever to open it up. And it works on both. This is your ejection to get the rounds out. Sometimes on the 22, what I noticed, unlike the 38, these rounds heat up, you know, after it's been fired, and the shell expands from the heat. So this is a bitch. Sometimes won't work. You have to push it carefully with a tool, and then it comes out. Try to keep this, you know, nicely oiled, not too much, of course, and you'll be good to go. But that's what happens on the 22s. Not all the time, but it does. So let me show you the 2 firing pins. I'm going to show it on both of them. I'm using my magnifying glass so you guys see it. Here's one right here, as you can see. Hopefully you guys can see. There's 1 and there's 2. So this thing, not the center right here, that's to take the gun apart further. We're not going to do that. These 2 right here are the firing pins. Now one thing I've learned is everyone asks, hey, which round fires first? Well, at first I said it fires in the bottom first and then top. What I've learned is it goes back and forth. So if I loaded 2 rounds in right now, bam bam, there's 2 rounds. As you can tell, there's a hammer again. Let me put the magnifying glass right here. You'll see the 2 little nipples there. Those are your 2 firing pins. So hopefully you guys can see that. Now, what will happen is it alternates. So once I'm in firing mode, and excuse me, so bam, I fire this baby, and then bam, I fire it again. Let's say the bottom shot first and then the top. Well, as soon as you open it up, put 2 more rounds in there, extract the shells, put 2 more rounds in there, and then you're going to fire again. Now the top one's going to fire, and then the first top barrel, then the second barrel down here. Why it alternates, I couldn't tell you. It's just what I found out, and that's interesting to know. But you know what, to me, who gives a damn? You're going to need to fire it, you fire it. So if I'm going to fire, and folks, these guns, I wouldn't go past 7 feet. 5 feet is just barely there. And even like if this was somebody's stomach or back or head or whatever, pull back, bam. That's because these things do not have a great accuracy. Trust me, I've shot them long enough. They're made for a close-up. So these are like 4 feet, 5 feet max. 6, and I'm being nice on that one. And but who cares if the top barrel shoots first or the bottom? The sights, as you can tell, barely a groove right here. And then, of course, your front blade right there. But that's kind of a joke. But like I said, they're meant for close-in type. And it's more fun than anything else. If anyone carries this for backup, I would say backup, but you know, they're pretty good weight too. It's the same thing with this one. Let me open it up so I can show you guys the two firing pins here, as you can tell, one is sticking out here, and there's the other one. Like I said, there's two, and as you can tell, that one is the bottom one sticking out. So let's do a dry fire. And yes, they're saying you shouldn't really dry fire these much. You can, but it's not a good idea all the time. I'm doing this for the video. So we fire, so we fire our 2 rounds. This trigger is insane. If you ever feel one of these, it's just really, really hard. And this is what it looks like then. Close it up. Oops. Now, as you can tell, the firing pin now is the other one. So you see it alternates. I, like I said, could care less which one is going to fire, the top or the bottom. If I need to fire this and I'm not having fun, it's for emergency. One of them is going to hit you, or both, preferably. Alright, let's see if you guys can see the firing pin right here, hopefully. So that's how these guns work, my friends. So remember, tell your friends, whoever, you can watch my video. You know, look, the safety doesn't work on either one until you get to that second position right here. And then and it says it, push and safe. Like I said, remember, there's other brands don't have the safety. That's, wow. If you're going to have one of these, at least get the one, the Cobra one here, or whatever brand has that safety. So you can carry it with rounds in here. Look, I can pull the trigger all day long. It's not gonna matter. It's got the little transfer bar here. So anyways, now your updated, this is North American Arms, this is the Black Widow. Your updated ones like this, see these grooves right here? These are of course far superior and better. These are your classic, you know, Old West type, and they're fun. Don't get me wrong, I love shooting the 22 one. These right here, this one's a 22 Magnum, and I have a 22 Magnum, 22R, 22 short. Now, see these little grooves right here, these notches actually? These notches, some people, my God, are not using them correctly. Can you see right here on both sides where it shows each little hole right here where you insert the bullets, it's showing half on both sides. That's the way you want it. Normally what will happen is some people are resting the hammer on the round. If this thing actually fell, it's gonna, especially on a rim fire here, hammer's gonna hit here. If you drop it on there, it's gonna fire around. Hopefully not hurt or kill someone. They purposely, North American Arms, put these grooves here for the safety. That's where your hammer is going to rest right here. So what you do is once you load it up, you pull the trigger here lightly. You pull the hammer. See these right here, these etchings, it really helps. Really light. See that? The blade right here on the hammer. Okay, you're going to turn it and you're going to see that little notch. So pull the trigger at the same time. It's okay to rest the hammer down. Going to turn the cylinder, and there you go. As you can tell, you'll know it because you'll be able to see half here and half here on the cylinder, and you'll see your shells. If you don't see half and half, that means your hammer is resting on that rimfire round. That's dangerous. So that's what these little grooves are for. So try to remember that, folks. It's for your own safety. They're all over the cylinder. You just turn the cylinder with your hand, pull, like I said, your hammer and your trigger same time. Turn it, and you'll see it. You just raise it to the center, and there you go again. That's how that's done. So I just wanted, excuse me, to talk about that for safety reasons for everybody, because I've seen too many people and even friends, and everybody just resting this, and God, they haven't had an accident, God forbid. And so that's how you want to be safe with these. These are really safe, good, fun guns to shoot. So they're your generations of Derringers, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And have fun. You guys will see my shooting video on these, and like I said, they're not very accurate, 5 feet and in, and that's what you want. And like it's a 2-rounder, so don't forget, this is how you carry it on your second here you go, on your second click there, and that's how you carry it on safe. It will not fire. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Click on the like button, my friends. Take care. Share your comments and stories on these little guns. They're really fun to shoot. They even have them higher calibers than these, but beware, it stings like a bitch. And I could take it, but it takes the fun out of it a little bit. This, oh, I could shoot all day long, the 22R. It's pretty fun. They're unique and interesting guns. Take care, my friends. God bless. More videos coming.